Hello friends, my name is Praveen Sonone and you are watching my channel Som Academy. Today we will looking for a very important topic in mathematical logic whose name is converse, inverse and contrapositive of conditional statements. Conditional means implication. If P implies Q is a conditional statement, then how to find out converse, inverse and contrapositive? It has formulas. Formula for converse is Q implies P. Formula for inverse is negation of P implies negation of Q. And formula for contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. If we take an example, if R is a rational number, then R is a real number. This is a statement. We need to find out converse, inverse and contrapositive of this statement. First of all, consider P statement. R is a rational number. The first half of that statement is P and second half of that statement is Q. That is, R is a real number, right? Then write down the symbolic form. P implies Q. This statement is connected with if then, so we can write it as a implies. P implies Q. Now find out the converse. Converse, we know the formula for converse, Q implies P, right? So how can we write that original statement Q implies P? Write down the second statement Q and then first statement and join that statement with if then. So that is, if R is a real number, means this second statement Q, then R is a rational number, first statement. Okay, in this way we can write the converse of that statement. Now how to write inverse? We know the formula, negation of P implies negation of Q. That is, add not in statement P. We know the statement P, R is a rational number. Add not in that statement. R is not a rational number. Then implies negation of Q. Also add a not in second statement. That is, R is not a real number. And connect this statement with if then. That is, if R is not a rational number, then R is not a real number, right? Then now contrapositive, we know the formula, negation of Q implies negation of P. So how can we write that? Only make a reverse of inverse statement. That is, if R is not a real number, then R is not a rational number. In this way, we can make a converse, inverse and contrapositive of the given composite statement. For example, if it rains, then the match will be cancelled. Then how can we solve this? Solution of this statement. Let P is equals to it rains and Q statement is the match will be cancelled. right? Now symbolic form of this: P implies Q. Now converse, we know the formula: Q implies P. Then how can we write that statement? If the match is cancelled, then it rains. Right? Second, inverse. We know the formula: negation of P implies negation of Q. That is, if it does not rains, then the match will not be cancelled. Right? Then the contrapositive. Negation of Q implies negation of P. Reverse of inverse statement. It means what? If the match is not cancelled, then it does not rains. Right? If the match is not cancelled, then it does not rains. Then it does not rains. Right? In this way, we can make the converse, inverse, and contrapositive statements. Now, the next example of this is: if two triangles are congruent, then their areas are equal. So solve it. Let P equal to two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent. Q statement is equals to their areas are equal. Here congruent, it means what? Exactly having same size and shape. Okay. Then converse statement. We know the formula: Q implies P. We know the formula for converse, that is Q implies P. So how can we write this statement? Q implies P. If the areas of two triangles are equal, then they are congruent. If the areas of two triangles are equal, then they are congruent. Okay. Then inverse. Negation of P implies negation of Q. We know the formula, negation of P implies negation of Q. Then write down the statement, add not in both statement and join that statement with if then. If two triangles are not congruent, two triangles are not congruent, then their areas are not equal. Okay, now contrapositive. Negation of Q implies negation of P, reverse of inverse statement. Okay, write down statement of that. If the areas of two triangles are not equal, then they are not congruent. Okay, in this way we can make the converse, inverse and contrapositive of the composite statement. I am giving you one example. If an angle is a right angle, then its measure is 90 degree. You can give me the answer. You can comment the answer of this question, and if you have any doubts, then please comment. I will sort out your problems. If you like this video, then please subscribe, like and share this video.